Hello everyone, and welcome to Marshmallow Stories. Today we're diving into a tale that's a little bit spooky, a little bit mysterious, but a whole lot of fun. It's a story about daylight dreams, cute cats, and discovering the difference between what's in our minds and what's real. So get cozy and let's begin our adventure called The Daylight Dream of Whisker Lane. Sunny was a wonderfully curious kid who had a special talent for staring out the window. It didn't matter if the teacher was explaining long division or if birds were putting on a show outside. Sunny would sometimes slip away into a daylight dream. You know that magical feeling, right? When your eyes are still open, but your mind has packed its bags and gone on a little trip all by itself. One beautiful, warm afternoon, the sunlight was doing a little dance on the classroom floor. Sunny watched the dust motes sparkle in the golden rays and blinked. A slow, lazy blink. Then another one. And just like that, the classroom, the teacher's voice, everything just faded away like a whisper on the wind. Suddenly, Sunny wasn't in school anymore. Sunny was standing on a street called Whisker Lane. The entire lane was covered in a soft, silvery fog. It wasn't a scary fog, more like a curious one. The air felt chilly, but in a refreshing way, like the cool gust you get when you open the fridge on a hot day. The shadows on Whisker Lane were long and stretched out, and the trees seemed to be whispering secrets to each other with their creaky branches. It was quiet, almost too quiet, and then a sound. A tiny, soft meow. Out of the swirling fog, a little black cat appeared. Its fur shimmered like a starry night sky, and its eyes glowed with a brilliant, gentle green. It looked right at Sunny, and then, behind it, another cat emerged. This one was as white as freshly poured milk, with one eye the color of the summer sky and the other the color of pure gold. Then another appeared, and another. Before Sunny knew it, 5 cats were sitting in a perfect, neat line, looking up with kind faces. And then they did something quite extraordinary. They smiled. Yes, you heard that right. Dream cats can definitely smile. The black cat spoke first, its voice as soft and rustling as wind blowing through autumn leaves. "Welcome, dreamer," it said. The white cat with the mismatched eyes purred, its voice like warm milk. "This is a dream, not real, but very, very meaningful." A tiny shiver ran down Sunny's spine, but it wasn't from being cold or scared. It was a shiver of pure wonder. As if on cue, the fog began to thicken, swirling around Sunny's feet. The long, stretchy shadows started to wiggle and dance, taking on strange, spooky shapes. And then, at the very end of Whisker Lane, a door appeared out of nowhere. It was a dark, heavy-looking door, and it started knocking all by itself. Knock, knock. The sound echoed through the quiet lane. "That door," said a fluffy orange cat, gently swishing its big, bushy tail. "It shows your fears. But don't worry, we're here to help." Sunny's first instinct was to turn and run as fast as possible. That knocking door and those wiggling shadows felt incredibly real and a little bit scary. But instead of running, Sunny remembered the kind, smiling faces of the cats. Sunny took a deep breath, just like you do before you jump into a pool. The 5 cats walked closer, their little paws beginning to glow with a warm, comforting light. As they moved forward, something magical happened. The scary, wiggling shadows suddenly flattened out and turned into simple paper cutouts, like something you'd make in art class. And the big, spooky knocking door. It transformed into a plain old cardboard box. The knocking sound stopped completely. Then, in a flash of fur and fun, all 5 cats leaped into the cardboard box. A moment later, 5 little heads popped out over the top. Boo! They all shouted together, their voices small and playful, and then they burst into a fit of adorable, squeaky giggles. Sunny couldn't help it. A laugh bubbled up and escaped. The fear was completely gone, replaced by pure amusement. It was silly, it was cute, and it was not scary at all. The little black cat poked its head out a bit further. "That's the secret," it said wisely. "Dreams can feel very real, and sometimes they can even feel scary. But they are just your mind playing games and telling stories, and you are always, always safe," added the white cat with a gentle purr. "When you wake up, the dream and all its shadows stay behind." Just then, a loud, clear sound cut through the foggy air of Whisker Lane, ringing. It was the school bell. Sunny blinked. And just like that, the fog, the cats, and Whisker Lane all vanished. Sunny was back in the classroom. The sunlight was still dancing on the floor, the books were still piled on the desk, and the teacher was announcing the end of the day. Everything was back to normal. It was reality. But as Sunny started packing up, a small smile appeared on their face. Sunny glanced down at the open notebook on the desk. And there, in the corner of the page, was a tiny, perfect drawing of 5 smiling cats. From that day forward, Sunny always remembered the lesson from Whisker Lane. Dreams are wonderful, amazing adventures. Sometimes they can be a little spooky, but real life is where we truly learn, where we grow, and where we are always safe and sound. And you know, sometimes when the sunlight feels extra warm and dances just right, Sunny could almost hear a tiny, soft, happy little meow. Thank you so much for joining us for this story. Remember, your imagination is a powerful and beautiful thing. We hope you enjoyed our trip to Whisker Lane. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Marshmallow Stories for more adventures. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.